konnichiwa minasan, selamat datang di Cobakan untuk anda yang mengikuti sesi ini secara langsung dan juga anda yang menonton setelah live stream ini berakhir ke sesi kolaborasi STOMACHOFCHAOS bersama laman pop culture suka ramai BuzzPopTV. Seperti biasa, saya Kudo Menghari itu dari laman blog STOMACHOFCHAOS.com bersama para panelis dari BuzzPop akan memberi reaksi dan ulasan siri anime僕のヒーローアカデミアmusim ke-6 episod ketiga berjudul Once Justice yang dipetik dari volume 27 bab 264 hingga 266 dan episod 4 Inheritance dari bab 267 hingga 270 yang disiarkan di laman streaming Netflix, Amazon Prime dan juga Anyone Asia. So bersama saya panelis malam ini terdiri daripada anime sensei dan isekai waifu hunter Andriawi. How are you?
Saya rasa chama-chama konnichiwa dan salam Salome Deswa dan salam Aidil Deepavali kepada yang menyambut awal-awal.
Happy Deepavali guys to those celebrating, and dan juga Kaki Anime dan Gundam Master Shazli American. How are you man this evening?
Hello, doing well. Kat sini hujan lebat. Well, not exactly lebat lah, but it's cold enough lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
and then dan juga Arif Nakyudin, Kaki Manga dan Anime, who's going to give us an update on the temperature to lawan Shaz's weather report.
Di sini di Sheffield, temperature dia adalah 13 degree Celsius dan hujan sejak awal pagi. So
Wow.
Advert free dari Uniqlo. So Uniqlo kalau nak sponsor kami as a Japanese clothing company, hit tag. Anyway. So untuk makluman anda yang belum pernah mengikuti sesi ulasan kami, perbincangan kami akan mengandungi spoilers yang berkait dengan episod yang diulas. Dan juga kepada anda yang menonton sesi ini setelah live stream ini berakhir, silalah langgan kepada laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS dan BuzzPop supaya anda tidak ketinggalan untuk menonton live stream kami yang akan datang. Dan jangan lupa tenyih butang like seperti biasa. Tapi sebelum kita ke segmen reaksi satu ayat malam ini, mari kita ke segmen ringkas anime NEWSBITES kita dengan beberapa pieces of short news. Right, so berita kita yang pertama yang pendek adalah Eurocamp musim ketiga setelah filem Eiga Eurocamp dikeluarkan musim panas baru ini. Menurut Twitter rasmi Eurocamp Anime, musim ketiga anime outdoor slice of life / CGDCT or Cute Girls Doing Cute Things sudah di greenlit. So siri ini diadaptasi dari manga Nuclear Afuro dan di waktu ini kita masih tiada maklumat lanjut mengenai tarikh rilis. So dijangkakan yang musim ketiga ini akan dihasilkan studio C Station seperti musim-musim yang terdahulu. Nagatoro musim kedua. So Ijira Naide Nagatoro-San Second Attack bakal disiarkan winter season tahun hadapan dari bulan Januari 2023. Siri ini diadaptasi dari manga nukilan Nanashi. Siri romcom sekolah menengah ini akan dihasilkan kali ini oleh studio OLM yang menghasilkan anime Komi-san. Mengambil alih studio Telekom Animation Film. So NEWSBITES ini reminds me of my comments in the last Bedah of shonen romance title yang centers on the understated main character in a relationship with a stronger female character getting more attention by the publishers and studios. And at that time I failed up to come up with the title. So now I give you 3. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, or Kubo-san wa Mobu wo Yurosanai. Shikimori's Not a Cutie is the other one. Kawaii Dake Janai Shikimori-san and Teasing. And actually this one is a very good one. Teasing Master Takagi-san. Personally, I've seen a bit of this. I kind of prefer Takagi-san, although I've never watched it properly because if you watch it up to now, there is a development in the story. Dia macam Komi-san juga lah. Dia slow burn tapi there is something happening. It's not like just membabi buta every. Yeah,
I finished this series tau.
Apa yang kau Takagi-san? How do you find it?
It's hilarious because dia punya karakter is terlampau. Aku takut padahal he's the senior. And the girl semua lah hi. Nak kata gedik tak lah gedik, tapi macam dia,
I mean,
I don't know why she likes him.
I think Takagi-san dia bukan senior, dia classmate, memang dia duduk sebelah.
Yes.
Yang Nagatoro is the one that the boy is the senior.
Aku dah confused. Ya,
Nagatoro
pun yang duduk sebelah tu kan. Alamak.
Tapi Takagi-san actually I wish I had watched that properly. It's not too late. It's available to watch anywhere. But there's a few of this going about. At least it gives people choice what to watch. But I think I personally recommend Takagi-san, despite the fact not watching it properly. Dan the last piece of news hari ini, dalam 2 jam dari sekarang, Hunter kembali setelah 4 tahun hiatus. Manga kesukaan ramai nukilan Togashi Zero diterbitkan di majalah Weekly Shonen Jump memaparkan bab 391. So it's in about 2 hours, but it's leaked already. You can read it. It's on the net. I don't know the story, so I didn't look at it. So I was looking on it on my Shonen Jump app. Dia kata lagi 2 jam. So it's coming out today on. But just
I love how Andri punya disappointed look macam mana.
Bro, don't get too attached. There's a reason why they call this hiatus. Okay, it will cut off sooner or later. I'm pretty sure because of health or budget constraints, whatever it is lah. This is a pattern. It always happens like this. They will continue for like 1, 2, 3 more chapters, and then and then we apologize. Apa sensei, apa kena pergi toceng or something like that. Not his fault. This is not.
Dia
this is very good
lah, bye. Kasih Chan lah. I'd like to see you do some work with a bad back. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying apa. I'm not shitting on him, but knowing the what you call the repetitive upper culture that the manga artist is doing it right, we can expect that to happen now. Okay.
Yes.
His health is not at the golden stage. He will probably fall sick in the future, or maybe he's not falling sick at all. But I wouldn't blame him for not continuing. I'm just saying fans do not get too attached to expect this to go on straight for a very long time.
Which is fair enough at the end of the day, but a lot of fans are waiting for this. So
I just hope that
this
time, I just hope that this time, he will make preparations. Something happens to me, here's the manuscript, and go as best as you can.
Yeah, because macam wife dia pun is a mangaka kan. She drew Sailor Moon yang mangaka, something like that.
Yep.
It's good news, but please do not get your hopes up lah. If you're a friend.
So kepada peminat, anda boleh mengikut mana-mana lah pandangan falsafah anda. Anda suka gelas anda half empty atau half full, terima je lah berita ni. Segmen kita yang seterusnya. Ima DOCCHI anime o Miteru. Kami kali ni nak try, bukan paksa tapi macam nak mengetengahkan anime dari musim LURUH 2022. So each of us have a particular saya ada something nak tengok tapi nak cerita, tapi kita mula dengan Syaz dulu. Pasal saya pun dah tengok juga semalam lepas dia kata dia dah tengok. In fact this was also triggered by pembincangan dalam group BuzzPop kami. Tapi anyway, we'll let Syaz continue with the description for Kido Senshi Gundam Suisei no Majo, or Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. So go ahead, Syaz.
Okay, so aku memang minat a lot of Gundam lah. I mean, I watched like the original Gundam,
the boxes,
Gundam G, Gundam 00, Bill Fighters punya series, all 4 of it. So this anime kan, aku rasa it had a lot of potential. Tapi macam kita macam kena bait and switch tau, because a lot of us we see dia punya mecha tu, the kit. So it's like when they were explaining, dia tunjuk that dia punya shield boleh split into 11 ke 13 bits. They can fight independently. We're like, oh, ini dah macam New Gundam punya specs, because they have all these flying punya bits kan. And the tone of the preview was very dark tau. Budak yang aku tembak dia.
You mean prologue?
Preview pula dia punya prologue. So I think a lot of us we got set up to imagine that the show is going to be dark. Bila first episode landed macam like, alamak, ni cerita kenapa this girl is so ditzy kan? It's like very funny and all that. So okay, we give it like 2 more episodes. Episode 4 tak sempat tengok lagi. But it feels like kalau you tak tengok the prologue, you takkan rasa macam confused. Because then you akan cakap, oh okay, this is a light-hearted Gundam. It's different. You know, it is a school-based punya Gundam punya show, di mana they have duels and all that. Because the prologue really spoils the expectation of a lot of people. Dia dah jadi macam you're watching 2 completely different anime. Bayangkan kalau macam cerita dia tunjuk macam, okay, contoh macam Initial D kan, they were showing like, oh, the drifting and everything, cantik. Then when you actually watch the anime, oh, it's about 2 guys who are working at the petrol station and there's no actual real racing. Karakter sama, just like the prologue, but it's like, apa pun dia buat? Why are they like ngisi pump minyak and all that je? So I think kalau you are interested, kalau siapa yang berminat nak tengok benda ni and masih belum decide, dia punya mecha fighting is interesting. There is a lot of emphasis on dia guna AI, but that one tak kisahlah, because in the end bila kita tengok the fight scenes, it's quite interesting. Cuma I risau that benda ni dia punya payoff will be later in the season. Because sekarang ni kita tengah the stage of character introduction. The girl pilot and dia punya mom is going to be central figures. Tapi all the characters around them semua macam snobby punya snobby entitled children of very rich how do we say this, industrial conglomerate punya
anak kan,
anak orang kaya. So macam like
heir to the industry, that kind of thing.
So I can accept that kalau we did not see the prologue. So I think kalau siapa yang belum tengok, skip the prologue tu, or maybe later on the episode 6 ke 7 ke you dah biasa dengan the characters, then you can consider watching the prologue. It's just a mismatch of expectations for us. Cuma kalau you watch it by itself, it will be an interesting slice of life punya show where the main draw is, of course, the girl is a protagonist, and dia punya mecha is, of course, Gundam level punya mecha lah. That is why, that was one of the main reasons we got attracted to the series in the first place. Because in the end, most of us Gundam fans tak kisah pun the pilot tu guy ke girl ke, or in the world kalau ada, you know, kucing ke jadi pilot and all that, kita tak kisah. In the end, we want to see the good mecha punya fights, and we want to see the story develop lah.
Anybody else in the panel tak tengok?
I for one
try watch. Tak.
Yeah, I tak tengok Gundam, so I have no much input on this lah. So
Andy pun tak tengok.
I've watched some clips, but I was never a Gundam fan. All I know about this anime, it's a lot of Malaysian anime fans are shitting on the forced pro-lesbian feeling that's happening between the main characters lah. I'm not sure if it's being done well or being forced, but to me it's just dan biasa je. This is anime. This soft Yuri happens all the time.
I mean, if we are going to talk on that point, honestly, it was as I predicted lah. Benda tu is being run as more of like a joke. Kalau kita compare the shows in that perspective, you just imagine a male protagonist dikelilingi oleh banyak-banyak waifu. In this case, the protagonist is perempuan, tapi lelaki dan perempuan semua suka kat dia. Sooner or later lah. So most of it
anime lah.
Macam anime lah. It's like standard anime.
Nice one. Nicely put, Arif.
Because in the end, I predict the big conspiracy and whatnot will be shown like episode 10 and whatnot. Then that will be the main storyline lah. But for the first maybe 8-9 episodes ni is the power of friendship. How this budak blur boleh jadi kawan to all the budak-budak tak senonoh. And then semua orang macam awak ni lawa. So, you know, it becomes like a fantasy kind of thing lah. orang macam everybody is liking to the same person.
Okay, right. Just to finish off apa Syah's description. Saya sebagai I've watched this as well. I watched the prologue and I've watched episode 1 until 3 in one shot yesterday. Didn't feel forced. I actually nak tengok satu je. And then aku tengok, tengok lagi. So I'll put where my stance is. I'm not like a hardcore. I'm not a Gundam fan yang maknanya I dah tengok everything from the only Gundam series I watched was Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I wanted to watch UC and then I got bored. But the other previous ones,
jangan watch UC dulu.
I know, but the thing is, aku bangsa bila benda tu dah dated, aku macam malas nak tengok tau. And then whenever it's got like 700 episodes, I just can't be bothered. So
go watch 00.
Yeah. Let me just continue. So bila aku tengok benda ni, aku tengok with a clean slate. Macam let's see this robot anime because I like Macross. Itu macam walaupun I cannot admit to watching like 100% of all the Macross franchise IPs out there. I've watched quite a few of it, including the older ones. So I just want to see a robot film. Personally, pendapat saya tengok prologue tu. Because saya rasa ni baru episod 3 dengan 4 I think baru release. Knowing how I cannot imagine Gundam doing a 13 episode season. Iron-Blooded Orphan had 26. You know, at the very least. So the political machinations yang diintroduce dalam prolog tu, in my opinion, mungkin akan muncul later on. Sebab ada setengah try not to spoil this, but ibu kepada main character ni ada sebab kalau dia nak buat, you know, if she want to kick some trouble in the story. So we'll just have to see lah. But that's my opinion lah. But thus far, on a superficial basis, I like the story. Memang lah tak nampak lagi gaduh besar-besar ni, baru kat sekolah, baru kena lawan challenge dengan kutu berhak dekat sekolah yang nak tunjuk dia power semua kan. And then thus far, you know, by chapter 3 the kutu berhak tu pun dah macam mellow down sikit. So macam okay, tak adalah cerita ni macam very one dimensional. The Yuri bit, like Andre was saying, untuk aku pun it's at best it's just like baiting, in my opinion. Yeah, if you until you see tongue, there's no Yuri in this. So you know, I mean, daripada kalau aku tengok cerita ni pun, the bit where she's supposedly proposed to her pun just to spite the kutu berhak. Tapi tengoklah cerita ni. Tapi at the end of the day, tak suka. Tapi I think it's quite good. But we'll see. And the director is called Kobayashi Hiroshi. When they got this guy to when they developed the story, as I read it, memang dia orang kata this time we want a female protagonist. And interestingly, this guy dia tak ada pengalaman, bukanlah nak kata tak ada pengalaman maknanya dia tak pandai jadi director, tapi he's not done a mecha anime before. Kau tahu Andri, kau tahu apa dia direct? Hisoneto Masotan. The dragon, that's the nearest to a mecha, where it's a story about a bunch of girls going to the Japanese Air Force, and all the big planes are actually dragons hidden as jet. That is a sweet story.
To be fair, that's a very good anime series from Netflix.
Okay. So lagi tu Kill la Kill. Lagi tu I've heard of this title, but I've not watched it. Kisniver. Anybody watch this before? Kisniver. It's about Kizuna. Anyway, tapi nampak gaya je dia ada pengalaman buat cerita yang
action,
female and also female fronted. So perhaps that's the kind of angle that we're going for. The jury's still out. It's only 4 episodes in. If it's 26 episodes, we've got 22 episodes left.
Yeah.
If you have time to invest lah.
I'm just saying on Gundam, right? I already said I'm not a Gundam fan. Only Gundam series yang I watched was a Gundam Build Players or something like that. Build Fighters. I watched off censor sikit kan. Tak ada kena dengan planetary war apa-apa tau. It's just people playing the model things. And
Yeah.
I watched like 5 episodes and then I gave up because I realized that every episode kan tak ada, there's no guarantee I'll be seeing a Rinko, which is the only reason I'm watching it now.
Anyway,
Rinko, you know, the famous MILF character. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
I'm drawing a blank because Shaz, you need to save me because I don't have an idea who is on about. I know about this girl who is anyway. Long. Anyway, the music for this slaps in my opinion is done by Ryo from Supercell, and I quite like the opening song by YOASOBI. YOASOBI is a duo that's been quite popular for the past 5 years. The song's a bit anime considering of what they write thus far. And just a slight trivia, Suleta Mikuri Seiyu is Ichino Shikana, who played Ichigo in Darling in the Franxx. She was the main girl in Dr. Stone called Ogawa, and there's a fall season anime called DIY. She's in it. She's the main character called Suride. So I'll probably have a look at this DIY since we are looking at fall season anime. So the next one I'm gonna go to you, and you wanted to talk about Mayuri Mashita Iruma-Kun season 2.
So, full disclaimer, I have not actually finished the second season because I actually forgot about this anime, and then I saw like, season 3 is coming in. But I've read the manga up to date lah. So, based on the poster alone, I am excited because for those who've not seen Iruma-kun's manga, it's basically a shonen, a very typical shonen show, where he is a boy who was adopted to be the grandson of the principal of a devil academy in the demon world lah. So it's very slice of life-ish, and when you get into the end of season 1 and then a bit of season 2, because I am around early middle of season 2 right now, dia tak berapa shonen sangat, but it is becoming more shonen, like there'll be a battle anime lah. So from what I'm seeing with the poster, and I recognize this arc, this is gonna be like a very good shonen arc yang will capitalize on individual characters. And what I like about this anime is dia punya world building dia in terms of world tak besar sangat, but in terms of fleshing out dia punya character tu, they're doing it very very well lah. So imagine My Hero Academia but with demons, and I feel like they've done more in developing the characters dalam this series lah. With My Hero 5-6 season, they've done this quite well, or at least they are heading to with the short amount of time lah. So yeah, high school action from the comments. So those yang suka benda yang lawak, benda yang very light hearted, nak chill, tak ada Naruto level of drama, pusing sana pusing sini,
Are you stuck?
Video hang.
Do you wanna try to tadi gerak sikit
down lately. Okay.
You're back.
So yeah, so it's easily digestible, senang nak faham cerita ni, it's very straightforward. And yeah, siapa yang suka tengok shonen and suka tengok slice of life sikit, so this is fine.
Manga ni you've read it online presumably?
Yes, read it online. It's not on Jump. I forgot where it is on.
I'll say it a bit because the thing was I was reading from Twitter, dia baru nak announce the pre-imprint publication of the first volume, baru nak buat. So I was like, oh, that's quite interesting, I want to check it out. So basically the manga is by Nishi Osamu and the comic is Shonen Champion Comics.
Yep. So it's kira macam quite underground. I would assume that's considered like underground in the manga punya scene, I guess.
Dia bukan mainstream lah, tapi I don't know, probably it's going to be published by Yen Comics ke atau by Seven Seas, I do not know. Tapi so anime ni dihasilkan oleh studio Bandai Namco. Sedikit trivia, main karakter dia Iruma-Kun dilakon suara oleh Murase Ayumu, the lad who plays Amato in Mekamato. So last week we were talking about Yoshitsugu Matsuoka doing the robot. This is the boy. I mean, this boy, dia adult. Dia macam 20 something. He's got a very boyish face, but his voice is such that memang dia banyak melakonkan budak. So he's in Haikyuu, he's in other stuff that I don't know lah sangat.
He is an actual boy. He is an actual boy who voices a boy.
Well, who's actually old. A boy who's old. And then juga your forger Hayami Saori is voice actress for the character called Azazel, Amelie Azazel. So anyway, now we're going to move to Uzaki-Chan wa Sobitai Daburu, sorry. Go! Yeah. Hit us!
I'm watching Uzaki-Chan who just want to play season 2. Double something. It's basically buddy rom-com slice of life type of anime. Very easy on the eyes, nothing heavy. It's just a lot of romance drama, relationship bullshit going on between two characters. Very forward Kohai Uzaki and a very introverted senpai who just likes to play video games. It's about how the girl tries to push him out of his shell and interact more with the world. And then in the process, they both fall in love. Overall, it's an easy watch, a very easy watch. Very charming, very funny. Most of the sex, dirty related jokes is not really that dirty. It's just mostly misunderstandings.
It's a mild ecchi. Yeah.
I have to tell you honestly, the story is just okay, good for me. The thing that makes me stick to it like glue is because of the mom Uzaki, Suki Uzaki. Surprise! It's very funny because her relationship with the main protagonist it's complicated tau. She thinks that Uzaki is trying to whore her out to her supposedly boyfriend, the senpai guy, because at the one episode she invited him to their family house and she was there lepak dekat sofa sedang keras kucing and the guy just is interested in cats because he loves cats, so he was staring at the cat, and then the mother thought that he was staring at her boobs, and this happens so intently all the time, and she thought that he wants to have an affair with the mother. So when the mother speaks to the daughter Uzaki, there was a bleak misunderstanding. She thought that her daughter wants to have a three-way relationship between her, the mother, and the boyfriend, senpai. So it's hilarious. It's like she's trying to her best not to cuckold her husband when there's nothing happening at all in the first place. So there's a lot of misunderstandings and the internal workings. How she said, "Oh no, he's looking at me with those lustful eyes. Is he raping me with his vision right now in this coffee shop? Oh no, I shouldn't be excited, but I am. But it is wrong." It's hilarious.
The difference between this and the other type of anime or manga which has
sorry. Okay. Suki Uzaki, the seiyuu for this the mother Saori Hayami. This your forger.
Your forger again.
Your forger. For the win.
For the win. So unlike those other animes or manga that I've mentioned in which you got the help, the main character in the male character in Uzaki-Chan is dia introverted aje lah, tapi tak adalah sampai hopeless, sampai tak boleh cakap ke apa. Dia macam pemalas nak main video game like as Andrew says. Tapi the
Relatable.
so the
Relatable.
the ecchi is banyak. It's more like very slapstick and situational. You know, like benda macam when actually Uzaki is the family name. What's the mother's first name now?
Suki.
Suki, because the girl here is called Hana. So macam Hana in first season dia macam dia stuck dekat dalam bushes, lepas tu dia minta the boy to pull her out, so it looked like he was doing her from behind.
It was a port hub moment, yeah.
So people passing by menjerit macam what the hell are they doing? So it's that kind of joke tau. Macam dia pakai VR mask, lepas tu dia tangan-tangan buat macam tu, tadi teramai something. Apa lembut ni?
Jellyfish.
So joke dia macam tu lah. Is cheap, low level ecchi. But it's as Andrew says, tak ada benda nak tengok, bosan nak gelak-gelak. As we say, it ain't too deep. Anyway, so along the subject of it ain't that deep, saya punya recommendation is Bocchi The Rock. Saya pernah mention anime ni dalam sekali kita buat NEWSBITES a while back after Aniplex Summer Fest 2022. So actually I was pleasantly surprised dengan ni actually. Not that I was expecting it to be crap, but the thing is, you know, everybody says, oh, it's going to be another K-On. So basic premise kita ni story of budak sekolah menengah. Dia dari masa dia middle school dalam 3 tahun, she became a skilled guitarist because dia ni daripada kecil, daripada kindergarten lagi dia ada masalah dengan socializing dengan pelajar lain. So macam dekat kindergarten, bila cikgu tengok dia tak ada kawan, cikgu lah every time makan lunch dengan dia. So after a while dia tak berhenti nak bergaul dengan orang. So she naively felt that, oh, dia tengok dokumentari ni ada band yang cakap main gitar bagus. For introverts like us, we can make friends because this favorite band of us ada gitaris ni, dia kata dia introvert. So dia kata, oh okay. Bapak dia ada gitar, dia pinjam gitar bapak dia. In 3 years, she became so good. And then, but due to her social anxiety, she thus far could only perform live in her closet. Because she just covered 2 songs on YouTube. Following dia 30,000 orang. And then nama dia, Guitar Hero. Lepas tu dia pun fikir, cringy juga nama aku, tapi tak apalah, janji aku dah 30,000. So it came to the point that, mungkin nanti kalau aku bawa gitar aku pergi sekolah, mungkin people will start talking to me. Tak juga. So she was in the playground being despondent, and then a girl who's from another high school, who's a drummer, desperate for a guitarist at that time, because guitarist dia left the band, asked her if she could play a gig that evening. So basically the story went on from there lah. With it's quite funny. So as much as I love K-On, as much as I macam orang describe Yui, Hirasawa Yui, the main character in K-On, as a savant tau. Savant ni orang macam bukanlah nak kata autistic, tapi macam nampak bengap tapi sebenarnya dia pandai. Because Yui dalam K-On, dia nampak macam tak tahu main gitar, tapi bagi dia gitar Les Paul, dia boleh main goreng lah gila babi. So macam, kau ni tak reti main ke? Kau tak reti sebenarnya. But this girl in this main story called, nama dia Goto Hitori. So if you know Japanese, Hitori means alone. So dia tunjuk the display of her insecurity is very well presented by the studio, adding a comedy effect to the story. And then the basis of the band gave her a nickname, Hitori Bocchi. Hitori Bocchi means absolutely alone. So hence Bocchi The Rock lah. So lagi satu joke is a band budak drama ni nama Kesoku Band. Kesoku ni means unity, tapi they made a joke showing some sort of benda ikat apa dah. Get it? Band, oh god, it's that kind of lawak lah. The music is fantastic. Thus far I've only watched one. The reason that they could get the gig because the drummer tu punya sister manages the tempat gig tu. In Japan they call them live houses or raibu houses. Yeah. So this is adapted from a manga by Hamajiaki on Manga Time Kirara Max, and this is done by Cloverworks. So not just to not just to sing praises for Cloverworks, but at the end of the day, this is a pretty nice anime. So if you love girl band anime, so this is for you. Righty-ho. So, sekarang I guess it's time for us to go to our regular programming and kita akan ke segmen reaksi satu ayat. So reaksi satu ayat saya. So ini essentially for both episodes lah. Tapi in my opinion, Requiem for a Villain, but looks like the fun begins now. So basically the first chapter 3 is from this, the last bits for volume 27, and then subsequently you'll get it in this. If I got it the wrong way around, 28. So apakah reaksi satu ayat para panelis? I'll go from the top down. Andre, please.
Okay, for episode 3, reaksi satu ayat saya is Hypocrite. And episode 4, it's MY Hero Academia.
Jap. We are sad. That's it? Okay. Shaz. Also?
Okay, for this series aku jarang bawa keluar topi lah. Tapi for this reaksi aku kena pakai topi.
Oh no. Habis.
Sanggup dia treat twice macam tu yang celaka betul. Dia tak bersalah though. He is the villain yang paling tak patut dilayan macam tu. Aku hangin betul dah when like mula-mula ingatkan dia macam KO ke apa ke, tapi dah Darby and Hawk punya reaction macam like dia dah mati like. Weh, mati ke? Shit. I don't know lah.
I don't want to say anymore until we get there, but you are right, man. You are right.
Macam like of all people kan, they do it twice. I mean, he was the most vulnerable among them all. Lepas tu Hawks take advantage of that. Wah, ini hero apa ni siapa? I mean, I love that episode, don't get me wrong. But the way Hawks treated twice, okay, sekian untuk
Okay. Arif. Apa kau bergaung? Sekejap. Kau bergaung tau. I just wonder if there's a feedback going on.
You have an echo. Yeah.
Oh, jap. Now? Sekarang okay?
Okay.
Okay. So mic
was on
setting.
just now. So
No, I think because my microphone baru perasan dia up for on the echo punya dial. So okay. Anyway, I baru 4 episode. I already love this season because Andri, you baca kan?
Yeah.
Kudo, do you baca? Kudo baca. Shaz tak baca. Yeah, you know where this is going, and this is just perfect. This is shit is really. If people been saying macam cerita ni macam macam budak-budak. Okeylah. Aku tunjuk kau episod 3, aku tunjuk kau episod 4. Ambil kau. Budak-budak. Memanglah budak-budak sekolah, cerita pasal sekolah kot. So love it. Shit is about to go down, like down.
It's really going to go down. People are going to die.
Is it as big an impact as Harry Potter book 4? When
it's beginning
je apa ke? Mati kena Abada Kedavra.
Aku kan bila dia bunuh orang Abracadabra, aku tak rasa apa pun. Aku rasa alah Abracadabra je.
Ini sedih. Tak nak cakap. Even
tak nak cakap. Ya. Betul spoiler. Betul.
Tapi kalau tak spoiler pun, the effect is, kau tengoklah second picture in the inlay tu. Come on, man. Kau boleh bertukar arah sokongan kau dalam karakter cerita-cerita ni tau. Serious shit.
Yep.
Man, Mirko juga. Tapi you know,
let me just say one thing before you go on. One thing good about the series kan, from the previous season till now kan, unlike I hate saying this, but I have to shit on Bleach lah. The creator for My Hero Academia kan, dia tak fikir 2 kali kan nak kill off any characters or at the end this is going to be changed a bit, but at this point kan he doesn't give a fuck. At the end baru dia apa macam jaga-jaga sikit nak bunuh orang. But here is the beginning of the end and the shit is hitting on the fan bertubi-tubi. Yeah, multiple shit hitting the fan.
Andre, so basically this is actual war. This is war.
It's the introduction.
Komen daripada chat satu je lah Safa, Caleb Paul, divided we fall. Yes, I can see where that's coming from. We'll go to the next segment then. Segmen pertama kita. So, mana? Okay, sebelum kita start segmen ni, I'm doing my usually quick trivia. I'm going to talk about this guy. Just a quick introduction to the Seiyu for Hawks. Not Hawks as the character. So basically, Hawks ni dia punya Seiyu dia Nakamura Yuichi. So for any of you out there who happen to be Seiyu otakus yang boleh kenal suara orang within 3 seconds, so pasti mengenali jejaka handsome ni yang agak rapat dengan good friend dia Sugita Tomokazu, who coincidentally is the Seiyu for Skeptic, the guy who shout "The hero saya." He's a versatile Seiyu, so tapi dia banyak watak-watak yang typical lelaki yang macho atau yang berumur sikit. But the main one that I can think of is Gojo Satoru in Jujutsu Kaisen, the sweat-licking Bruno Bucciarati from JoJo Part 4, and the sister-loving Kosaka Kyosuke from Oreimo. Tapi banyak lagi lah dia, so it's not just known for just these 3, but it's quite a lot lah. So to anybody who knows him doing other work, you'll know who he is. So segmen kita yang pertama, siapakah hero atau villain sebenarnya? I mean, pretty much, from the 2 at least of the reaksi satu ayat tadi, kita dah nampak how, in fact, I pernah touch this question last time, whereas Hawks ni very calculated, because, low-hanging fruit is twice, pasal dia baik. Tapi anyway, so shall we go to, I'm gonna pick you. So episod 3 bermula dengan adegan yang menunjukkan tugasan hero-hero utama di hadapan. Namun adegan yang penting di sini adalah subjugation of Twice oleh Hawks. So I mean, can you put yourself in the view? Nampak
camera angle salah.
Oh, from my side nampak okay.
No. Look at the screen. Kau nampak tak?
Okay.
Place yourself so that you are in between the overlay and us.
Oh, okay.
Can you
I am.
No. You are behind the overlay.
Oh.
Which screen are you looking?
The other way. Okay.
Lagi sikit. Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful. Handsome.
Oh, interesting.
What are you looking at?
You guys are, from my side, you guys are seeing my dishes.
Sumpah, I can see you now.
Yes.
Kepada penonton di chat, can you just please write a comment to see whether you can see Arif now, because now we can. Tadi tak nampak. So basically aku mula-mula kan nak cakap pasal the attack on the villa, but then all it shows is what they are doing. There's nothing to bedah there. Yes, they are showing their powers. They can do this, they can do that. So it's there. But I think the more important bit in this, especially when we have 2 episodes to talk about, so apakah pandangan anda tentang kekecewaan yang dirasai Twice setelah pisang berbuah 2 kali? Silakan.
This episode kan, dia memang menunjukkan yang world ni, yang kalau pada episode 1 on season 1 nampak macam very utopian lah, in a sense, yang very idealistic lah. This is where benda ni very grey, because Twice adalah hero, Twice adalah villain yang disakiti atau manusia yang disakiti, basically.
Exactly.
And he basically is someone yang dah jatuh, terduduk, terbaring, terlantang, and tak ada siapa tolong dia naik, malah give him all the reason. Okay, so untuk orang-orang macam ni, dia akan kasih loyalty kepada orang yang tarik dia. And in this case, orang yang tarik dia orang-orang yang tak elok lah. So dia walaupun dia budak baik, dia orang kata katalah dia ni baik, good natured, bla 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 apa semua, dia tak akan berpaling tadah just because orang lain tak tolong dia. Orang yang jahat-jahat ni lah yang tolong dia. So itu loyalty dia. So in a sense dia ada potential untuk jadi hero lah. So Hawks pula dekat sini kita tengok, and especially bila kita sentuh dekat episod 4, dia kita akan buang nama awak sekarang Hawks. Awak dah bukan Keigo something. Nama awak adalah Hawks. So menunjukkan dia daripada kecil memang dah jadi agent. He is literally a government plant lah at this point. Untuk dealkan all this covert stuff. Dia punya method. So kalau kita tengok daripada season 4 pun dah tahu dah, Mamat ni he knows the art of espionage basically. So as kita tahu spy, they are grey people. They are hero, but heroes that do villainous stuff. Depends on which side you're looking at it lah. Kalau you're affiliated with the spy, of course he's a quote-unquote hero. So dekat sini you will see it clashing and very hypocritical for Hawks to say anything. And he knows he's a hypocrite. Sebab tu waktu dia bercakap dengan Twice pun dia tak deny yang dia ni orang, nak kata ni orang baik ke.
Arif is stuck again.
Hujan kat Sheffield ni kot.
In the meantime, are you okay now, Arif?
I'm good now.
Okay, you're moving now. Okay,
alright. Where did I stop? Masalah tu lah.
Hawks is self-aware that dia hypocrite.
Hawks is self-aware, but at the same time dia tunjuk dia punya hero side lah, yang dia tak bunuh Twice direct, dia just injured, incapacitate sebab dia attack tendons and bones, bukan the vital organ. So dia sayang lagi lah. He has not lost his full humanity lah. So itu that's a persoalan yang nice lah. It's not black and white lah. Hawks is never black and white. Twice pun is in a sense darker in the shade of grey, but he is not black nor white, even though the costume is black and white.
Anybody else want to add anything? Shaz or Andre?
This is inilah yang dimaksudkan oleh State long ago, that the real true hero yang dia acknowledge semua seorang saja, which is All Might.
All for one.
We were to consider All Might and then All for One as absolute putih dengan absolute black. A lot of the heroes are in between the shades of grey. Semua hero-hero ni dia orang macam ada benda yang dia orang hypocritical, or they are doing it for their self-interest. Macam Miss Mountain yang jadi besar tu, she wants
Mountain Lady
Mountain Lady. She wants money, she wants fame. Macam Endeavour dia ada sejarah yang how do you put it, sejarah dengan family dia lah. A lot of benda yang shall we say not really heroic. So only All Might is the person that embodies the classical zaman Superman pakai baju red, blue, yellow, punya pure selfless heroism tau. As time went on, a lot more people begin to appreciate, ini kita as a culture lah, we begin to appreciate the more morally grey heroes macam Batman, the Punisher and all that, because the hero yang klasik putih tu is boring, infallible, dia tak boleh buat apa-apa. So when you have a lot of grey shades of grey ni punya heroes, that is where character macam Stain punya crusade is justified lah. And Hawks is the best example of a hero where dia punya the ends justify the means. Yes. Kalau if it was All Might in this position, Satu, dia memang dah tak boleh nak fulfill lah the role as an espionage. Sebab dia tu memang tim melepak punya mindset. Dia tak boleh nak jadi grey, nak kata I will help the evil and all that. But All Might would not have attack twice sampai macam tu tau. Dia akan capture twice. Dia bukan akan injure to that point. The only person aku rasa All Might really bengang dan dia lawan bermati-matian all for one saja. Every other villain he will try to apprehend because he believes in the fact that people can be reformed. Maybe it's naive lah, macam budak-budak lah kan. Oh, semua orang boleh jadi baik. So that was why as time went on, the more grey heroes were needed lah. Dalam both in our cultural punya acceptance, hero yang lebih kelabu, dan juga in MHA itself, because dia punya, how do we put it, it was a necessity of their time. Kan, dia dah tak boleh lari dah. To infiltrate, you need to get someone who is morally grey. So aku still panas juga cara dia you know, dia aku tak ingat was a Japanese term for this type of thing. You lead them on, lepas tu tiba-tiba kat ujung tu you backstab them. Mungkin Andri or Arif tahu kot. But
I don't know about the Japanese term lah, but I feel like this is both catfishing / gaslighting ah.
Yes. This is true manipulation, and heroes, the ones that envisioned by Spain, do not do this kind of thing. So itulah aku rasa dari segi aku baca random groups yang MHA punya fans kan, semua bila dia orang cakap cerita pasal ni kan, dia orang macam belah bagi tau, because they like Hawks as a hero, but when they realize that now that he is willing to do this kind of benda yang tak macam dia lah, alamak, jadi like they have done this because Twice is someone who you can bring back to the good side. He was willing to work kot masa dia ni dia buat kerja labor semua kan, before he became more and more criminally minded. But itulah nak buat macam mana.
Okay.
Tapi I know honestly kan
tak. I know Andri mungkin boleh nak komen lepas for this question, tapi just in case your answer is very close to what I'm going to ask for question 2, I'm just going to post question 2 now, and then lepas ni if Andri want to come in with question 2 and question 1 as well, by all means go ahead. So you stay there, Syaz. So the question is, walaupun the bigger picture boleh dilihat dari monolog Hawks dan rintihan hati Twice, you know, when they were together masa tu, dengan adakah anda rasa tindakan pihak hero ke atas pihak villain mungkin in this aspect between Hawks and Twice or the bigger picture adil? I think we know what the answer is, but you know, it's just a point of discussion related to what you were just saying.
I think aku rasa there were other ways they could have done to apprehend the villains. Contohnya, why did the police did not lead with tear gas punya canisters? That would have been one way to demoralize and stop them from fighting. Contohnya Hawks, dia boleh je pin Twice to the ground dengan uniform dia ke apa ke, or just take off the mask. Kalau kau tak bising, I will take off your mask, that kind of thing. You didn't have to hurt him in that way tau. Not only did you macam injure him actually, but you also hurt dia punya feelings tau. Kalau katakan kau surprise tak ke punch dia, pop pingsan ke apa ke, settle lah. You know, you didn't have to do it that way. Because if you sucker punch him, mana dia sedar, tiba-tiba Hawk kena pop off, then there was a way to bring him back. But now kalau tak tahu lah, because aku tak baca the manga, but it does look like he did die lah, sebab he lost the control of his ability, as we see dalam scene ni. And aku honestly tak setuju this hero yang macam ni. Dia macam dia tak clean tau. It doesn't fit the hero that we are more used to with the 80s and 90s. Clean cut hero yang tak ada moral ambiguity and all that. But that's just me lah.
Yeah, but I agree with you because apa salah, at the end of the day, benda-benda macam like you say, like was it you or Andri who's mentioned that Hawks, for example, dari kecil dah macam, you know, inculcated to do this kind of stuff. Your name's no longer Takami anymore, you're Hawks. It's like at the end of the day, as you say, niat menghalalkan cara pretty much Machiavellian lah, the whole thing. because they want to get the thing done. A lot of things that we watch kan, macam spy ke, polis ke apa, diorang whatever lah, I want to get it done. Kau nak bunuh ke, kau nak rasuah ke, get it done. So that's the problem lah, because at the end of the day kan you get orang yang boy scout sangat selalunya mati, don't go far or whatever. Or actually I don't want to talk so much. Andre, if you got any, I'm sure you got lots to talk about for question 1 or 2.
I got a few things to say. Hawks wants to be a hero, but in reality, he is no hero. He is more of a bastard than a hero right now. He's an agent, an operative. No, seriously. He said he wants to be a hero. He wants to be like Endeavor, but I'm pretty sure Endeavor won't do this. I'm pretty sure Endeavor won't do this. Apa sebab tahap ni? He is the ends justifies the means punya person right now. He's a spy, he's an operative, he's a hired actor or something like that lah. But he's no hero. He could heroes ada code tau. Like Black Adam, dia punya code is I will protect conduct. Batman, I will not use gun and kill people. Superman, I will not interfere with world affairs. He basically just works for the government. He is no hero. He's a government asset at best right now. And I really feel for Twice, because at the end of his life, in this episode, he was very heroic. And you have to understand, being a hero is not like a hero is a superhero who fights for justice. A hero is someone by definition is someone who performs great acts and deeds. Macam you have a hero of chaos, you have a hero of light, justice. You play the video games, you have macam Warcraft, right? You have special hero units for orcs, and you also have special hero units for the human, the alliance. This is what a hero is actually. They are people who perform great acts that is beyond them. And Twice was more heroic than Hawks at the end of his life, because he commit everything that he has towards his friend, even Dabi. He at the end he macam tak kisah kalau Dabi kill him with the attack, because he knows that he has to go and protect everyone from being slaughtered by the heroes. And the heroes when they were masuk the villa, right, you could see a lot of heroes and villains were dying. Ada yang kena cucuk tikam pisau, ada yang crushed by rocks. We saw someone died, kena stab multiple times by Twice.
By Twice.
He's not kidding. It's a free for all, and he doesn't care, because I'm a hero of the villain side. I'm not going to shit around. I'm going to do the best I can until the end. And you have to understand, people forget, oh, they're all Toga, Shigaraki, Twice, pengikut all for one. Okay, that is not true. You have to remember during season 1, they got involved all for one, not because they respected and want to follow all for one. They were pengikut philosophy Stain. They wanted to make a change in the world because they know there was something wrong with this world. It's a world of hypocrites, and these heroes needs to go. There needs to be a clean slate.
Dabi and Toga join lambat kan?
Yeah. But they were all inspired by Stain.
Yeah.
If Stain escape from the Supermax prison and walk down the street they would probably left the Meta-Human Liberation Army and talk to him. What's your plans? You have space for me? Something like that. So they're not actually villain. They just wanted to do something about the world. So, and Hawks tak pernah terfikir yang to think that they are like that. He just thinks that they're just bad people and good people, and bad people it's fair game, apa you nak buat. So that's why he treated Twice like that. It's very sedih lah to see him go out like that lah. I'm okay with Twice dying,
But not like that.
Not like that. Not so much deception. Like it's like you found out that your wife was cheating on you. All your children are not yours. Your assets are taken. Your parents are actually not your parents. Everything you believe is a lie. Is that the hub now? You might even shrimp in the head. That'll be much better.
Arif, have you got anything to add?
I like how I feel like out of all the panelists, there's a clear divide now. Gang Hawks and gang against Hawks. So macam so macam okay, for me macam I cakap tadi lah, I think I give a very neutral punya perspective. For my now to pick a side, I am more team Hawks in this matter. Yes, I do love the dark side. And in a sense that the reason why they keep close to Hawks and Twice is about the potential yang Twice ni boleh buat. Sebab power dia bukan calang-calang ya. You can see dia punya main power pun is that man spirit kan. You can literally copy anyone and make an army. So to kill him in the most pragmatic sense is the right call lah. And who else? Other than someone yang dah di-train untuk suppress punya emotion blah 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 untuk bunuh. Hawks is basically an assassin lah. An assassin disguised as an agent of law basically. So in the scale, I feel like he is more on the neutral lawful neutral, yang dia buat ni sebab dia rasa benda ni is the right thing to do, which is any government agent lah basically at this point. And another feeling of betrayal tu, I don't think Hawks buat banyak on Twice. The only thing yang Hawk buat is dia betray by leading him on. Twice punya perasaan yang all we see is memang terbuku dalam
hatinya.
Dalam
terbuku dalam hatinya. Tak, because tadi kau stuck.
Oh,
so aku,
okay.
I finish your sentence.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I don't know what's wrong with my internet today. Anyway, sebab Hawks memang throughout the series dia memang mamat yang very unlucky lah. Semua benda dia buat semua hancur. Introduce mamat ni bunuh dia punya comrade. Introduce orang ni, rupanya orang ni betray. Basically itu. So dia memang set man spirit lah. Dia memang kerja dia being the set man je basically. And dia suka ke budak perempuan ni, which is kind of creepy, but anyway, in the end it's sweet and sorrowful lah. So how he dies is it's sad, but at the same time I love that they went with this direction because it keeps with the tone of what is coming lah. So kalau tak dia macam ni, dia just become another shonen yang macam okay, orang ni jahat mati for me lah.
Just to elaborate sikit on your on the all the points. I mean, especially the one you mentioned about I think at the end of the day kita tahu from many kind of stories in which a villain thinks, I mean, dia jahat bukan pasal dia jahat. I mean, underscore memang setan ke apa kan. Satu. Tapi what the falsafah hala tuju, dia rasa benda dia buat tu betul. So pretty much what Dabi is going on about, what Twice is going on about. And tambah pula Twice ni masalahnya macam dia masa dia cakap dengan diri sendiri masa over the fire, masa dia flashback tu, you're just unlucky. So just too bad lah kau. And then and then back to Hawks, it'll be a case of don't mind me, it's only business. I'm doing my job. So too bad lah, you are the low hanging fruit. So you are it. As much as he wants to kononnya memang dia nak rehabilitate, but at the end of the day
bukan main priority lah.
And Twice pun cakap, kau pandai je assume aku sedih. Aku happy gila sebenarnya. And just to a bit about masa macam mana dia mati, there's a bit when masa Twice was at the banisters and there's a flash of blue at the back, and you could see the outline of Hawk with the feather. So he was stabbed from behind. So the body of the real Hawk is the bloodied one by the banister. The one yang jumpa toga is unfortunately not Hawk, but is the copy.
Yep.
So itu yang menambahkan kesedihannya. So as much as it still, the copy can still convey the emotion from the real Hawk, but that's not the real Hawk anymore. So memang real twice. So masa aku tengok tu aku macam sial lah cerita ni. Babi, sial lah. So
Dia
macam,
punya sedih, dia punya tambah sedih is when bila dia bawa napkin tu, dia letak dekat toga punya muka. Okay, here's your napkin bag apa semua. Lepas tu for a split second we thought it is the real napkin tau. Macam nak give, okay lah, this is a good way to send off. And then it melts. It melts like, so dia bagi tahu dua benda. Satu yang macam benda ni memang sedih. Lagi satu is the attention to detail when twice replicate someone. Benda tu it's just a napkin. In a sense it can be just a regular napkin, tapi dia duplicate benda tu juga.
Yes.
So it adds to the emotional weight lah. So macam alah, this is where we think yang betul ke apa yang diorang buat ni. So nampak the conundrum tu sangat-sangat best bila tengok.
Okay. I actually have one more question for this segment because it ain't over yet. But I'm going to put Andre on because he's not been asked yet. So, Takami Keigo. Hahaha. So, tanpa menggunakan sumber dari manga, apakah teori Yokohama anda tentang Dabi? Adakah beliau mempunyai shared history bersama Hawks sewaktu kecil? Please be you know lah to answer.
Macam mana aku nak jawab ni?
Macam mana aku jawab? I read the manga.
Okay, Chas.
Okay.
Yes,
If I were to tell what's going on, I would have to disclose who Dabi really is. I don't want to spoil that because we all have our suspicion.
Chat yang tahu jangan buat macam tertype something I know you. I can read you. Okay, sambung.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say something happened to Dabi, and I'm trying to mix in my personal opinion. When I initially see this, I think Dabi was in the background for a long time, and he was gathering information on everyone, the heroes, the government, and you see how he react with other people. Like he doesn't trust anyone, so he probably was gathering information, working for criminal organizations, and trying to pick up buy information as he bide his time to strike against the heroes lah. So I think that's how Dabi come into contact with Hawks lah. Maybe he sees Hawks Hawks ni is a double agent. Possibly kan, he saw Hawks kan getting involved with a previous gang and he kept quiet tau, in the shadows tau. So he just begins to...
Because didn't Dabi yang contact Hawks masa Hawks had to kill...
It's like they have shared history tau. So I'm pretty sure kan...
he done a background check himself because he's not that stupid either. Dabi.
Yeah, he knows Hawks is not who he say he is lah. So it's like that cerita apa tu yang what you call that, the recruit, something like that lah. They try to infiltrate the mafia, and then the mafia tries to infiltrate the police. They masukkan this gangster kan masuk police academy, and then they try to play the
it's a movie kan?
Yeah, it happens tau. The mafia sends dia punya young members kan masuk police, and then they try to work into the FBI, something like that.
Ini bukan Infernal Affairs ke? Cerita
Hong
Hong Kong. Hong Kong dulu, and then Scorsese redid it. Because the mafia, the triad hantar seorang dari awal cerita, daripada muda masuk polis pula hantar seorang dari awal muda masuk. In the end, they have to play the opposite role. Like maknanya yang polis tu kena jadi jahat, yang mamak jahat tu kena jadi baik. Oh, I have
I'm
it
not
on
saying-
DVD.
I'm not saying Darby Moonlight has a hero, but maybe he hired someone, and then try to get information. You get the idea. I think that's my best guess lah. When I was initially seeing this.
Yes. Yeah. Syaz? Syaz, yang teori aku nak bagi
Aku punya
teori
teori- Aku punya theory is that they were actually part of the same training camp.
Aku pun ingat juga tapi
But because that name is a name that is not known by many. Most likely parents of Hawks, which aku tak ingat dia dah mati ke tak. And then
Yang mati.
dia tak kawan-kawan sangat. Because kalau tak silap aku, I remember they had a show season berapa? 4 ke season 5 where they showed where Hawks is, and then like around him was all rubble and everything. Dia ambil the doll of Endeavor. So there was a disaster at that point of time. So not many people know his real name. So either dia training camp sama, or if Hawks is from an orphanage, it could have been from the same orphanage lah. Tapi kalau dia betul-betul Darby is from an orphanage, maka tak jadilah the heavily fantasized Darby versus Endeavor punya fight. Bapak, kau yang bersalah. So I'm not sure. They most likely went to the same training camp lah.
I shan't say anymore. Arif, you have a very fine line to tread here.
Very, very fine line. I will go more towards yang identity of Hawks lah, macam ni dia tahu. I think macam Andi cakap, kita tahu Darby is not stupid. Memang dia kalau tengok dia punya monolog dekat episod 4 pun yang dia kata I don't really care about the Liberation Army, I don't really care about All for One, bla 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 bla. Kau boleh nampak yang dia ni memang dia gila and has his own agenda. So mungkin dia buat dia punya background check apa semua ni not out of anyone punya order. Memang dia jenis yang akan buat background check macam ni. So identity dia, I mean at this point siapa-siapa yang boleh jadi. And dia tahu and dia pandai. Dia cara dia cakap pun mungkin dia pun manipulate orang-orang dekat dalam the villain punya gang ni lah. So mungkin dia memang tak suka pun anyone. Dia just it's a means for an end at this point. So and then dia tahu macam nak manipulate orang. Okay, sebut this one name yang orang ni probably tak dengar for the last 10 years. Definitely gonna shake him up. Especially someone yang kalau notice kan, semua hero dia punya info, dia punya personal info, it's not that secretly kept kalau dalam cerita ni. Sebab yelah budak ni pernah sekolah kat UA, and budak ni mesti ada pernah nampak kat TV apa semua, and this power is not that saturated, orang boleh kenal. So public knowledge of their identity is not that hard to keep. But Hawks memang orang tak tahu nama dia apa daripada dulu sampai sekarang. So I think daripada situ dia boleh infer juga he has some skeletons to hide. And itulah, so dia punya kabel nak siasat kuat tinggi juga.
Cool. So we've got a few comments and a question from chat. I'll start with Caleb Paul. Hawks is an anti-hero, and with the edit comment that Stanley wrote, with great power comes great responsibility. Uncle Ben. Arif, kau nak Uncle Ben, kau pergilah supermarket, dia buat nasi. Anyway, DXN Hokage twice mati dalam cerita ni, bad ending dah. So aku pun tak tahu nak pilih side mana komen ni. Aku tak tahu nak pilih side mana. So Darby gone full serious mode kematian twice. So the question for the panelists is, kalau All Might still have the power to fight them, adakah semua villain terus mati? I think we know what the answer is following what we have just answered just now. Commented just now. Anyone?
Tak, confirm tak mati.
Tak mati.
Yeah. Tak mati. Kalau boleh dia nak masukkan semua dalam jail.
Dia tak mati not because of the lack of power. Macam Syah cakap tadi lah.
I disagree. Some villains
All for one kot dia nak mati kan.
No. All the villains possibly they would survive. The Nomus mati, he will kill them all.
Yeah.
Oh, iyalah.
Okay.
Tapi kan, one thing aku couldn't reconcile dalam MHA ni kan, benda-benda macam dulu masa the first time we saw a Nomu, the police arrested them, bobo handcuff lagi, and then the likes of All for One boleh masuk jail. So aku macam, wow, dia ni yang paling power, kau boleh masukkan dia dalam jail. So macam in between tu, siapa yang tangkap dia? I mean, as much as you can put the Joker in Arkham Asylum ke apa, I don't know, but there you go. So that's me lah. Okay, so kita akan ke segmen kita yang seterusnya. So not bad going actually. So segmen kita yang seterusnya. Okay. Di segmen ini, I think this is an apt time to show this rabbit. Unfortunately, I was quite disappointed. Nama dia Kinoshita Sayaka, and I would have thought I've seen her or heard a voice in other works, but I haven't seen the list. Dia banyak kerja, dia banyak supporting act. The main characters pun macam some sort of OVA, and her name was Sora Aoi. Now, so those in the know will chuckle when they hear the name Sora Aoi. I'll not say anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's not the same Sora Aoi, but it's a cartoon. And the OVA is halal, I think. Anyway, so watak yang dia pernah lakon suara kebanyakannya watak supporting. She's been in One Piece. Aku tak ikut One Piece satu hal. Tengok muka pun, siapa karakter ni tak pernah dengar. She's been in Pokemon Sun and Moon, Black Clover, Shaman King. I mean, and quite a lot of watak supporting. She could be the shopkeeper ke apa, I don't know. So way to go Mirko for being MVP. In fact, baru ni yesterday ke tadi dekat Twitter rasmi for the Studio Bones or for the anime for MHA, they did it as a YouTube video. They put her as the MVP for the last episode. I mean, we've called her the MVP when we reviewed her in episode 2 anyway. So, segmen kita kedua, serangan ke atas Makmal rahsia Dr. Garaki. Okay, Syaz, aku randomnya ni, aku tak dia semua orang nak borak pun kan. Mirko akhirnya dapat bantuan dari Team Endeavour. Namun kekuatan high-end Nomu nampaknya agak mencabar. So from adegan yang kita tengok in this episode, adakah anda merasai Team Endeavour is up to the challenge? Do you think I don't think they've got any intel on what they were going to expect in this lab, didn't they? Silakan.
Aku rasa my biggest fears might come true. That there's going to be some hero punya deaths in Endeavour punya team. Not just from not just from Shigaraki. Mamat yang jaga Shigaraki tu nanti kita sembang lah, but the guy is gone lah. But even against the Nomus kan, aku rasa some of those ni hero mana lah ni? Ni hero mana lah? Those are gone. Aku cuma harap tolong. Jangan Mirko KIA lah. Dia awal aku tak boleh terima tu. Yang lain hero-hero yang Mamat Shield tu pergilah mati lah, aku tak kisah. Mamat yang Excellence tu pergilah pergi mati. Jangan the ones that we have grown to like,
ada semayang.
You are so strong for 3 episodes. So janganlah bagi dia mati kan. Aku takut tu je sekarang. Kalau President Mike, I actually think he will get heavily injured. Tapi dia takkan mati. Because why? He will be the catalyst untuk Aizawa Mark 2. Sebab lepas ni Aizawa akan gamuk. I mean, I do not know if Aizawa akan power ke tak, but ni speculation lah kan. It will be the reason kalau President Mike injured, critically injured ke apa ke, that will make him that will make Aizawa mengamuk lah. Because kawan dia daripada kecil.
Yalah.
Kan? Kalau injured dengan Nomu yang nak lagi, that will make him power up lah. I'm looking forward to that.
Can I just interrupt you sekejap je. before preparing to host MHA for the first time, because as you know, aku tengok MHA because of korang tau. So I had to speed run by reading. I didn't and watch selected anime channels episodes. Present Mike punya skill yang kita tengok in this episode, has that been shown before?
Not offensively. All
because
the time he
because I was thinking, badass gila dia punya power. Tapi aku tak nak cakap macam tu. Orang cakap, kau baru tengok. So aku macam, anyway, continue lah. So but it was one nice.
Dia punya power tends to be very non-lethal. Dia just macam bagi kau pekak telinga and then you like kau shake. Tapi dia tak boleh macam rupture your eardrums. Perasan tak? Kalau tidak, easily you can just burst your ear and then so like dah tak boleh nak seimbang and whatnot. But dia punya power, seingat aku all this time he has always been used for gags lah, untuk lawak. Dekat hutan dia punya scene tu, dia menjerit. Lepas tu a few times here and there dengan student-student, it tends to be more kepada lawak. Kalau against villain pun, villain yang lawak. So this is the first time he's fighting villains yang betul-betul
serious
do not wish well on them. They are really fighting. So aku tak tahu how the Nomus akan react when President Mike reaches the main Nomu punya fight, or even worse kalau Shigaraki kejar and nampak dia ni tengah pegang the professor. But overall aku rasa Endeavour punya team ni severely underestimated the amount of resistance they will meet. Sebab aku tengok Endeavour, lepas tu a few lower tier punya heroes, aku tak nampak pun selain Mirko any really high impact characters. Most of them went to the villa to fight.
Because kita pun we are hoping as well, I mean being pro heroes, regardless lah kalau if you are not in the top 10 or not, that you should be at a level where you should be able to think on your feet regardless of what kind of threat that you're facing. I mean kalau kita tengok dekat the villa pun there are heroes dying. I'm not surprised if people are going to dive in this one.
Here's the thing. The hero ranking is not hero punya power level. It is based on dia punya contribution to society, dia punya popularity, contribution semua tu. So it's not like you are number one, you're the strongest. The only one who managed to fulfill one out of everything was All Might. Kalau nak kiranya Endeavour ni, popularity dia taklah tinggi sangat, tapi sebab he has done the most, dia macam orang tak habis kerja tau, macam tak habis-habis bekerja. And he has done dari segi dia ada agency besar tangkap hero-hero villain-villain lain semua ni. So that's why he got to number one. Hawks, dia popular. Contribution dia kita tak tahu sangat lah, but based on what we can see on his powers, he can do a lot of things lah. So aku takut some of these lower level punya heroes, which probably mungkin number 15 or 20, because of dia punya popularity and contribution to society, are putting them at a
higher tier
level which is not sesuai dengan dia punya power level. So it's very, I think there will be heroes dying dekat hospital ni. Hopefully cuma just the
being very very injured as we can see.
Aku just hope it's the second tier punya heroes tak boleh terima tu.
Andre, have you got any comments?
About what actually?
About basically just about Team Endeavour having to face this high-end Nomus, because they didn't exactly, I mean there was no intel what was underneath apart from there was so
actually they had intel. The only person who didn't have intel was Mirko. Mirko gave them intel. I'm fighting with a bunch of high-end Nomus.
Of course, but not before the attack in general.
But they had more intel than her.
Yes. I would agree.
So that's why Endeavour came with a group of heroes. Mirko, you have to understand, she was fighting 5 high-end Nomus, killed 6 high-end Nomus, killed 2, and then the 4th time she said I cannot defeat these things, so I better catch the professor get injured. So she dah siap sedia nak mati in that scene, and basically we see that Endeavor kan is suited to fight the high-end Nomos. The others, I'm not so sure. Even Aizawa, right, had problem fighting the high-end Nomos. Dia 50-50 boleh kalahkan one-on-one now. The others, I'm pretty sure most likely kan they'll be in danger or be dead lah. Because you have to understand kan, this high-end Nomu kan is different from the one yang Nomu Endeavor lawan dahulu, and the Nomu yang All Might lawan in the first season now. We see that there was one high-end Nomu kan, a woman, a female Nomu. When she found out that dia punya kuasa kena lock kan, we see dia punya brain kan proses how did he lock my powers? He didn't touch me, and I tengok dia pakai visors. Oh shit, it's my side. So he must look at me. Is there a range? So she put apa distance between her and the pursuers. It was amazing to see kan the high intelligent Nomu in action tau, than Nomu yang ada superpower gila tau. It's more dangerous to see them evolve moment by moment tau. In the flight, just like that, and it puts everything in perspective tau. The longer this fight goes kan, the worse it is for the heroes tau. The high-end Nomus ni kan, we see them kan makin lama makin kuat. In the fight Endeavor lawan dengan the high-end Nomu kan, apa nama dia? I forgot namanya, the city, right?
Yang dia lawan kat apa, in the air kan?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but he burned him into a crystal. He did the same thing here. It didn't work because dia punya region apa power is lagi tinggi. So it would seems that even though Endeavor himself kan, who has the most power to goreng this Nomu hidup kan, is having trouble, there's still no guarantee that they'll come up of this alive tau. Especially with Shigaraki in the action right now. I agree with Shaz, that guy who is with Shigaraki kan, most definitely gonna die.
Kau mati lah.
Of course.
98% confirm.
Nama dia X-Less. What a name.
Next episode his name is gonna be X no more.
X-Nan. So,
Arif, have you got anything to add?
dia in retrospect lah, I think awal-awal planning the team planning, I think it was suitable enough just because dia dah tahu benda ni kat hospital mana, dia dah tahu target apa. So this mission is a suppression attempt, it's a capturing attempt. So kalau perasan dia punya heroes pun bukan highly offensive punya heroes, tapi more on for suppression. We have apa ni yang deadlock tu, yang boleh lock things in place. Kita ada someone yang boleh suppress apa ni quirks and everything, and they have like 2 or 3 purely offensive people just as backup, which is, I think this is Mirko dengan Endeavor, and then Axless atau Crossless, I don't know how you pronounce the name. Because that one looks very offensive lah. Even yang keras tu pun is shield. So shield yang boleh guna untuk offense, but nampak macam mainly for shielding lah. And then they underestimate yang ada high-end Nomus. Itu that is the mistake from the hero side lah. Dia kau tak rasa ke kemungkinan yang doktor yang ada tempat yang lab apa semua ni akan ada this much of Nomus, especially high-end Nomus. And they did not expect
because they did the high-end Nomu that appeared when Hawks and Endeavor had that meal.
First tu,
I mean, you would have thought perhaps they would have an inkling, if that thing exists, there might be more of it, but yelah.
Or they assume the high-end Nomus tu ada dekat the villa. Ada satu tempat sahaja, which is, come on lah, you deal with intelligence, you would assume there's a lot of safe places kan. And sebab tu dia letak all the offensive dekat the villa. And yang ni mainly for suppression, mainly untuk jaga jarak and everything. So they underestimated that. The fact yang Mirko pergi awal dan berjaya bunuh dua, not without a lot of personal injury lah, is a testament to her own spirit and power lah, which is why we are in love with her right now. So tapi having Aizawa is bagus just because dia punya quote untuk suppress the high-end nomos lah. At least it will help some way. Tapi yang the rest tu macam
we're gonna you stay there. I'm gonna give you the next question, but just quickly question secret lab dan on location. So Caleb pun bertanya where is the secret lab located. It's underneath the hospital, Jaku Hospital. The lab for Dr. Garaki is under the hospital. How did Mirko figure out? Or she just went in lagi dalam, is it? Or I can't remember.
I think kalau tak silap waktu mula-mula tu kan dia tangkap the fake doctor tu, and then they got a hole or something, and they already know there's like an entrance to somewhere, and then Mirko yang pergi.
There was a mole inside the hospital. They said there's a secret upper path in the basement, and then Mirko went there, and then Endeavor went upstairs to tangkap doctor.
The reason Mirko went on her own without having any backup was because the other heroes were too busy dealing with the Nomus, level Nomus.
Dia lari paling laju lah sebab kaki dia power kan.
And also by perangai pun I think Mirko memang nak pergi dulu. Nampak macam memang itu perangai dia.
Okay. So anyway, the next question I'll give it to you. So adakah anda sudah menjangkakan yang kebolehan high-end Nomu sebenarnya that high as we get to see that female Nomu figuring out how Eraserhead's erasure code works? Because she's like, I mean, the others were figuring out things as well, but ini dah sampai to the level, dia dah to hurry to work. She has to see.
It's obvious the female is the smarter one.
Anyway, Arif, you want to say?
I think
1
memang,
point to Andri.
I think memang it is to show yang high-end Nomu ni is not just another elite muka. This is gonna be very, very vital in the next couple of arcs, I guess. And we can see from the progression lah, and then the reveal from last season pun is something juga. From normal Nomus yang dah memang gila during the first season to high-end Nomus blah blah, and then we found out yang rupa-rupanya siapa tu Kurogiri. Kurogiri is a result of an experimentation which he could be the first high-end Nomu. Kalau tengok kan, even though dia tak banyak quirk.
Is Shigaraki in that top? Ini bukan soalan perasan. Actually, I know the answer, but I do not know. I really do not know. Is Shigaraki in that tube because the doctor is doing a normal experiment on him to make him last longer or something? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it yes or no?
I think he mentioned that he's trying to improve his body so that the power that he get from All for One doesn't makan diri dia like last time.
Yeah, because we're gonna itu masa present mic angkat doktor tu kan, because he was going on a monologue. We're gonna just want to make sure because I think I missed that bit of the conversation. So we'll do that in question 7 anyway. Have you got anything else to say for question 5, Arif?
I think just that this shows how the Nomus are not to be underestimated lah. I think macam standard villain lah. Selalu kita tengok kan, the first one is gonna be the hardest, and then when you have multiple of them, it's gonna be very easy. I think there's a trope that happens there. But it's not the case in this sense lah. Nampak pun walaupun ada 4 pun dah macam kemain susah. 2 episod tak mati-mati lagi, 3 episod tak mati-mati lagi. So
for a bunch of creation that's going to be so evil, me using my very basic Japanese knowledge, Nomo means minum, But there you go. Shaz,
Ekonomi ke?
Nomu is the verb. Is the verb to be.
Betul.
Nomitai, I want to drink. Nomimas, saya sedang minum. Gitu. Anyway, have you got anything else to talk about? Say about the Nomu figuring out things, that kind of angle.
Okay. I'll answer that first. Then I'll add something on later. Aku rasa one of the reasons why the highest tier Nomu ni can still figure out a lot of things is because the process of getting the dead body tu, which is the basis of the lower end Nomu, could be done in a different way for these high end Nomus, in the sense that mungkin these villains volunteer, that means fresh dah mati terus convert jadi Nomu. That's why
Dia orang pun mati juga kan, macam
the basis of a Nomu is always dead. And kalau kau tengok dia orang punya anatomy pun is not human anymore. Kau tengok gambar paling bawah ni kan.
I think episode 2 atau 3 ada mention kot, sebab the reason why dia cari villains instead of
orang biasa.
I think dia ada mention.
Because dia punya memories, this one is dia macam ni lah. Aku tak ingat bidang apa, mungkin kau tahu kot Kudo, but kan science and medicine and all this, they don't believe that memory is partially stored in the brain. That means they are the physical brain parts where they store the data.
Bukan partially stored, memang stored in the brain, but in a particular part of the brain.
Correct. So because of that,
anyway,
the longer the body has died, the more time for the brain to decay. So kalau you fresh mati, otak kau macam literally still baru like a few minutes je, tak cukup darah jalan. So the cells tak sempat nak mati. So kalau kau campak dalam the liquid which preserve all of the brain and everything, so dia tak sempat nak reput lah. So that is why they maintain a lot of diorang punya personality tu a bit, dia punya reasoning punya function like that female punya Nomu. She start thinking, oh, kenapa kita lagi guna power? Is it because of this? Because the original villain where the brain came from was probably a very smart villain, and she could deduce all that. It's just that bila dia first time bangun daripada dia punya vat, dia punya tubes tu kan, macam like where are we? Why are we here? Dia ada naluri dia saja. Like, we are here to fight the heroes. That is dia punya command that they cannot override lah. So as they are more dia lagi lama dia conscious, the more dia punya brain lama tu start to activate balik tau. Start to think,
sedar.
Dia macam baru bangun tidur.
Just a quick thing to add on the brain, the part of the brain that stores memories is called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is somewhere right in the middle lah, but just a quick one lah. A bit of
aku just
neuro.
Tak tambah topik menyimpang sikit.
No, go ahead.
Mirko is actually a good example of a strong character, not just because she is strong, but because she is supported by skills and determination. Kalau mana-mana penulis Star Wars yang berminat, bolehlah rujuk pada karakter ni, ya, untuk contoh-contoh karakter yang kuat dan bukan merisu.
Andre tak jawab lagi soalan.
I'm just saying, Mirko's ties are my determination.
Despite you definitely want to impale her ties, yeah? I mean, no, kidding. I
want to be crushed by her ties.
Oh.
Aku pada
like a watermelon.
That's a thick determination, Andre.
Thick determination.
Sorry,
Syaf nak.
Sila.
It's a pickup line.
Sampai batuk.
To have a face, you will have a place to see.
Oh my
God. That, man. Aku bukan kaki, aku tak kerti morat, but that was like, oh my God.
Sorry, I'm not an S-man. Okay.
Suddenly next week kita dapat Ya Kak Zial Hajat, Muhammad Syarif Marikan, dan then we know, oh God, hot dog. Okay, last question for the segment.
Jangan price datang cari aku.
Ini soalan orang cakap buat kata people in my school, soalan confirm. Mirko masih MVP kah di kala ini? Huraikan. Macam soalan SPM.
Yes. For me, yes. She is badly injured, but she's not out yet. She has been working more than she should for the past few episodes. I mean, she could have just retreat and regroup, but no, she just pushed on. So she's like that soccer player that played for a whole 90 minutes plus. Now they're entering injury time. So yeah, she's the MVP.
Yeah. Arif?
I think I've said much kot. I think dah tak ada apa sangat dah for this section. Just that Mirko nak suruh dia rehat pun macam aku rasa kalau aku suruh dia rehat dia tenang aku balik. Macam apa benda rehat? Kau siapa? I need no man to tell me to rest.
A great co-protagonist tau in the current trend yang lelaki lemah perempuan kuat. Yeah. Mirko the anime.
Mirko the anime. Apa lah? Ni salah. I've just made my screen a bit smaller. That's why it looks a bit funny. Anyway, alah, tak. Segmen seterusnya. $19.99 only on AliExpress if you want. And so itu iklan tak berbayar.
That's not an accurate picture. Now she has only one hand.
Tak original. Tak original. Because I did look for the original, I couldn't find one. So it's all made in China, AliExpress. Anyway, yes. Actually there was a few comment je lah from the chat. This is just dalam cerita ganas muka VA baik je. Yalah, VA memang baik-baik, dia takkanlah muka ganas macam Mirko dalam cerita ni bersusaha sampai dapat walaupun kena attack dengan nombor sampai darah semua. Yes, that's her philosophy in fighting. Obviously, I mean she stated
Berserker
that. Yeah, exactly. That's lama tak dengar berserker tu.
Berserker, yes, perfect.
Lama tak dengar. Well described. So anyway, kita ke segmen kita yang seterusnya. Right, segmen kita yang seterusnya adalah Hentikan Kebangkitan Shigaraki. So I'll start with you, Shah, since you are there already. So monolog Garaki Sensei. Semasa you can sense the disgust in perfect present mic. Masa dia angkat dia getar sampai macam aku nak angkat dekat baju dia pun kalau boleh, because disgusting dengan cerita. So, mengandungi beberapa exposition dari teori beliau mengenai quirk singularity, quirk asal beliau which is life force yang diberi kepada All for One, plan asal mereka untuk mengambil Erasure dari Aizawa, and bukannya kawan diorang yang nama Oboro tu, it's just kau tak bengang lah, kawan aku dah lah mati, kau buat dia jadi Kuro kiri, you know, actually wanted. So adakah ini bermakna, okay, I know it is kind of in the same kind of ballpark of this exposition. So does this mean at this very moment, because I've read the manga, but I don't think at this level dia dah mention, tapi we can like put it together. Does this mean the quirk for All for One sudah berada di dalam Shigaraki? Because kan masa dia tengah cakap monolog tu, he's given it to him. This is even before the dream sequence, which will be in the question 8. What do you think?
Dia kata macam mana because the thing is kita dah ada precedent where power transfers from one character to another, and yet the original wielder of the power still has some form of it. So contohnya is the One for All punya power lah, which can transfer over and yet some semblance of it is still dalam All Might. So by that logic, because One for All had All for One punya influence in it, so the core All for One itself, most likely the ability can also be transferred to somebody else, and it still retain a lot of the function in dia punya original user lah. So dalam case ni tak nampak tau the evidence that the All for One punya quirk is inside Shigaraki. Itu yang quite confusing bila cakap dah bagi power and everything, tapi tak tunjuk pun. You don't see Shigaraki having a multiple of powers. He only has the decay punya power, and All for One punya quirk is the ability to take and merge powers tau. Kan? Dia bukannya macam basic strength enhancement, faster speed and whatnot. So Shigaraki needs to start getting quirks from other people. If not, how does it work? What is the point of Shigaraki having All for One kalau dia tak ambil power dia orang lain?
I know everybody else. I'm giving everybody else a chance. So basically, I'm adding more questions to this question 7 so that it could be ni jadi free for all. You guys, because as I said, as much as I've read it, I've only recently read it. Okay, if he has All for One, did the transfer is that of the quirk, or is it wholesale of what's inside All for One? Faham tak? Maknanya aku tak bagi kau the app je. Aku bagi kau the app and all the thing I've downloaded with it. Here you go. Because Deku got everything, didn't he, from One for All?
Yeah.
Because he didn't just get the app. He's got the vestiges lah yang tolong dia. Tapi at the end of the day, Deku has to still learn how to use his power.
The One for All is unique because dia akan absorb the ability and power of the current user. Dia akan combine with that power, and then dia akan pass to the next person. So that is one of the traits which was from All for One punya quirk actually that was implanted into that. Nah, I give you the ability to cultivate things. You can add more powers to it, and then you can pass it to the next person, which is quite funny lah, because it is roughly the reverse of All for One. But the fact that this guy gave One for All to dia punya adik dia ke abang, dia ada weaker one,
Adik
kan? And the fact that he can still kumpul and merge powers means that a bit of One for All punya ability is still with him, which then justifies the fact that there is the original and the copy. So he gave the original One for All punya core quirk tu kepada adik dia, and yet he himself still retain a bit, which is why how he is able to grab so many other people punya power, because All for One punya power simple je, aku ambil and aku boleh bagi. But the fact that he has that secondary One for All punya ability, so he can merge into himself.
Interesting.
Yeah. Lagi satu. Sorry guys. I thought bila All for One ambil quirk engkau, dia ambil habis. Macam what he did to those three the three girls and the pondens.
Okay.
Kan? Oh yeah. Tapi yet this guy, Dr. Garaki, said I've got a duplicate. Shigaraki has got a duplicate. So is that up to All for One to decide when I take, I'll leave some for you or something?
No. You have to understand. There's a possibility, right? He already has a duplication quirk before all this.
You mean who has the duplication quirk? You mean All for One?
All for One.
All for One. He probably took it from someone earlier. I mean, it's not that unique, right? It's like a fire quirk. I'm pretty sure there's a multiple.
So in a way, he would give that facility because Dr. Garaki and Shigaraki are his allies. So he wouldn't offer that to obviously his enemies lah. Kalau enemy dia
won't give it to
lah.
just anyone. Yeah.
Yalah. Okay.
So kalau you consider the fact that he can give majority of the power and still have a copy with him of the One for All punya power tu, means he can do the same for any other user. He can take as much as he want and can leave some with there. So the idea of the copy tu might be the professor punya understanding that I leave you the copy, but the HAR they just ambil majority of it and still leave you with some of it. So dia kata I leave you with the copy. It could be all for one, not describing his power fully. But with heroes, there is no reason for him to hold back. Aku ambil je lah semua.
Yeah, because kalau boleh dia nak hancur, dia nak matikan kau boleh. Kalau baik
betul.
Kan.
So it is important to note that all for one dia tak boleh ambil certain quirks. Contohnya dia tak boleh ambil quirks which is permanently
macam kalau kau like Tokoyami, I mean he's already a bird. He can't take
dia
that
tak boleh ambil that ability, but mungkin dia boleh ambil dark shadow contohnya. Macam Suyu Katak, you cannot change the fact that she's going to look like Katak forever. But you can take mungkin her ability to secret mucus and all that. So there's still some limitations, but aku rasa the concept of the original and the copy tu is actually something that is understood by the professor ni. So we do not know whether it is truly a copy or the original that is now with Shigaraki.
Aku kan semakin lama tengok this past 3 episodes in the lab, aku lagi sakit hati tengok this professor ni. Rasa nak cakap. But anyway, yes. Anybody to continue for question 7, please. Free for all.
The professor kan, Seda kan, he looks like the perverted version of Osamu Tezuka punya Astro Boy punya professor tau.
Dr. Eggman or Robotnik.
And not just that, he's the guy who pusing the thing in Hayao Miyazaki's yang Chihiro-san. Yang spider tu. But another one he's also Spirited Away. Another one he's also in Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway.
But I have a feeling kan this whole series kan My Hero Academia kan, we have to remember Shigaraki is the foil to Midoriya. Okay, Midoriya is in the process kan of unlocking the vestiges powers in him tau. But Shigaraki kan, dia punya path to power kan is on a different route. The doctor is trying to make his body into a normal body, boleh adapt all these different quirks kan yang all for one kasih kat dia. So I'm pretty sure kan All for All kan has transferred multiple quirks in his body kan, and his body right now kan is awakening kan, and all these new quirks kan perlu muncul tau. So I think that's why we have all these eternal scenes yang dia pergi jumpa
adik kakak dia,
adik kakak dia, One for All muka Kurogiri. He's trying to access the quirks that was left in him by dia punya sensei tau. So that's my best guess lah from what's happening right now lah. I could be wrong, but it's most likely like this lah, because Shigaraki and Midoriya they are intertwined by both fate and storyline. Both of them kan right now kan are in the path kan of becoming better version of themselves. And when they unlock everything di power kan, then everything ends. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the series kan, there's a 50% chance likely happen kan, Midoriya akan mati with Shigaraki, because both their powers kan are too powerful to exist tau. So Midoriya is going to take the the ultimate sacrifice lah, apa yang selalu DC Marvel selalu cakap kan. Try to end the chaos lah, or that bullshit.
Although you could argue that at the beginning of the story, the narration is assumed to be that of Deku, said describing himself as in the future, but then again it could be his too saying So
and then hopefully kan the epilogue kan we'll see apa nama that girl
Urahara.
No.
Urahara.
The class apa yang perempuan kelas Deku. Momo Yao. We'll see Momo. We'll see Ochako, Suyu, all the girls kat dalam kelas tu kan, semuanya bunting anak Midori.
Bodoh. Jauh. Pusing dia.
Termasuk apa Bakugo, dia lebih funny as hell ending lah.
Oh yo, mak Bakugo sekali.
Mak Bakugo dengar.
Dengan Mirko semua bunting.
Flipping neck. That'll be some OG. Okay,
that's actually Deku punya real power now.
Impregnation. Have you got anything to add? I mean, you don't have to, but
I mean, I'm not gonna add to the the pregnant punya storyline.
Discord on activate saja mati tau.
Yeah, whether you got any thoughts? Any thoughts on All for One? The quote, whether is it already in Shigaraki as we speak?
I feel like kalau nak tengok face value apa yang doktor tu cakap, All for One tengah pakai yang the copy and benda tu dah dimasukkan ke badan Shigaraki. And then the supporting argument kat sini is dia punya internal scene ni lah. Kalau tengok dia almost the same macam One for All punya vestige scene. Mula-mula kan kita tak tahu muka. Kita tak tahu muka siapa these successors are. And then dia betul sebiji macam gambar All for One dekat dalam panel nombor 3 ni. Muka dia very macam muka hidden. Kurogiri, very hidden. So my thought is yang it's in the name juga. All for One dengan One for All. One for All dia punya nature is this one quirk tapi untuk semua orang. Yeah. All for One is aku nak ambil satu untuk
orang
saja.
Aku saja. Yes.
So this is a food for thought lah. Adakah betul-betul All for One ni nak kasih benda ni dekat Shigaraki? Sebab kalau fikir macam dia
I don't think there's
nice
not in he doesn't have an iota of altruism in him, I think.
So even kalau tengok dia punya scene nombor 3 tu, dia angkat tangan besar-besar, welcome. Macam kau you're a bit too happy for someone giving away your own quirk. Merisaukan jugalah. And but
unless All for One punya long term plan kan, dia punya final plan kan is actually not just transfer all dia punya quirk to Shigaraki, but also his consciousness into Shigaraki tau.
Mungkin juga that's one of the I was thinking juga. Basically like Orochimaru lah.
Orochimaru, yes.
Because in that way he has more to gain lah. Because being a bastard that he is.
No, you have to remember One for All, All for One, sorry. Dia punya physical body kan dah hancur tau.
Yalah.
So and then it's very in character jugalah. And then dia buat pun in a very roundabout way, which is how he likes. He's someone that has been living for like probably 100 years. He has the patience and has the twisted sense of humor to accomplish this. So it's not out of character lah. And I like dia punya scene yang panel nombor 2 ni, where the family is trying to hold him back. Or
which is
save him.
Brilliant segue into question 8. I'll leave you on screen as well. So dream sequence, I call it a dream sequence, but because dia macam that was just a period masa di dalam tu when Miruko memang pecahkan, and just about for him to complete the programming tapi tak. But bearing in mind masa when President Mike left X-Less with Shigaraki kan, X-Less tengok dekat, hey, what's that thing? There's another computer that seems intact. So anyway, so this dream sequence sebelum Shigaraki dibangunkan nampaknya seperti peluang kedua untuk mencari kedamaian hati. I'm being a bit philosophical lagu Melayu at the moment. Namun ini tak tercapai apabila berdepan mendiang bapanya dan All for One. Adakah anda setuju dengan pandangan ini? And I'll just add this bit of comment from Dr. DXN Hokage Shigaraki dalam Koma World sebelum dia keluar dari dunia dia. So what are your thoughts? Is this just a dream? Is this just him? Is this can this be explained?
I think this is dia macam scene season 5 jugalah. This is his inner conscience lah. Dia still budak, dia still ada that small hope. And I think this is a scene nak kata Mamat ni dah memang far gone lah. Dia even though dia punya family minta tolong dia, like begging to
Jangan pergi,
get away, jangan pergi. And then tiba-tiba keluar pula bapak dia. So dia macam, now this is spiteful lah. Do not hold me back. Dia bunuh not in a literal sense.
Keep on talking. Yeah.
Yeah,
keep on talking. I'm
bunuh,
just changing the screen. I'm just changing the
So dia
screen.
bunuh the family, and just to say like, okay, nothing is weighing me down. My past is irrelevant anymore. So I think we'll see a bigger impact than the one yang we'll see during end of season 5 lah. And to ask the question, to jawab question kenapa muka dia clouded macam tu, that's the theory lah, kata yang mungkin sebenarnya a part of All for One is still inside Shigaraki, and I know probably gonna be pulling Orochimaru lah kot. Sebab nampak less likely lah, very how it's going, nampak it makes sense kalau jadi macam tu.
Aku lagi satu, because dari dulu pun dia orang tak tunjuk muka dia kan. I mean,
Yes.
I think Shigaraki would have seen what he looked like when he was younger, because at that time, but I think this is more for the reader and the audience, because just in case he wants to do a plot twist to say that this guy is, I don't know. Anybody got any thoughts on this dream sequence? Nak cakap dulu.
I like the fact that the family nak tolong dia, nak stop him from becoming jahat, tapi cara dia orang buat tu, cekik tengkuk dia, cekik pegang tangan dia, and basically those are all the arms, the hands yang dia selalu wear all this time. But I think moving forward he'll probably not be wearing any more of those anymore, because the role of those hands have been fulfilled lah, as far as All for One is concerned, and he is moving forward. So we are seeing the birth of a super villain now, who is going to replace All for One. Cuma itulah, it felt very similar when you mention macam Vestiges. Aku tak terbuat pula link antara All for One dengan One for All punya ni, where the current power in you, the previous user is hidden by dark smoke. So menjawab soalan yang you flash kejap tadi tu, that might be the actual case that the All for One has been transferred kepada Shigaraki. Sebab kita jangan lupa, All for One and One for All ni is like two halves of the same power. Dia orang share traits, dia orang ada banyak benda yang dia orang dah bercampur aduk. So that's why you might be getting the same Vestige punya effect kat sini.
Betul. Andre, have you got any? Oh, you have made your comment, have you?
I've already stated something in relation to it, and Arif have mentioned most of the things I wanted to say.
Okay, cool.
I'm just saying that Shigaraki ni everything dia punya family kan was getting through to him tau. It's just when the father appeared kan, then he just like, oh fuck.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's why I commented macam, was this kind of peluang kedua kind of thing, because he was quite responsive to his sister, mother, but until the father came out, fuck it lah.
And then the grandmother the previous One for All Nana. He cannot actually relate to her because tak boleh spoil lah. You have to understand kan, the source of his problem kan, the source of all this shit kan is the father tau.
Yes.
Yeah. If the father would be a less of an asshole kan, he wouldn't have degenerated into this much tau. That's all I'm saying right now lah.
I lupa, the father's relationship to that Nana is, it's not a spoiler, but I think
Anak, but you have to understand, she cut off interaction because she doesn't because tak nak put him into jeopardy, which is understandable.
Yes. But he doesn't see it that way lah, obviously.
And he takes it out on the sun.
I think dia nak being resentful okay, tapi his reaction is very abusive lah. Now terimalah kau. Kau pukul anak kau sebab masuk bilik macam tu sampai nangis-nangis apa semua.
Dia macam kita pidam ni dah. Ni bapak je salah.
Bapak dia.
Apa nama wayang tu?
Anakku Sazali
Anakku Sazali, yes.
Mentang-mentang lah semalam apa anugerah P. Ramli.
Tapi anakku Shazli baik
Ya kot.
You're good. Anyway, question 9. Typically seen in stories where you know the bad guy wakes up and gets revived. Do you think he was naive on President Mike's part to let X-Less single-handedly watch over the unconscious Shigaraki? Ini soalan macam aku dah tak ada idea nak tanya apa lagi dah, tapi just for fun lah.
I think it's dumb for you to just let Shigaraki, out like that and do nothing tau. If I
would
were,
expect
if I were a hero kan, I would like, can we have someone with ice power come here and freeze this asshole into a big ice cube or something? I'm scared what's going to happen now. When he came out of the chamber, right, he was 75% treated with the normal treatment yang the doctor. Can you imagine kan? He has 75% of the power that he wanted now. That's scary shit tau. And you just let someone like the B class hero kan to cover that guy. He's dead. Dia kentut bangkit everyone's dead. You should have either freeze him or cover him into a metal or something. Or even better yet, kill him on the spot kan.
Yes.
Do something.
I would have double tapped that guy so hard.
This is not a villain anymore. This is a WMD, weapon of mass destruction. And you just leave some asshole yang you tak tahu boleh handle tak boleh handle, jaga dia, while I go and fight a Nomu which I may or may not be able to defeat.
Tapi kan dia punya decay power yang ultra kuat tu dah awaken masa lawan Meta Liberation lagi
exactly.
Kan. Remember dia kata it's not just you that you touch, benda yang you dah touch. Kan. So at that point aku in fact actually probably he was wearing that suit masa X-Less pegang dada dia kan. His heart is not beating. Dalam hati aku kan, bukan boleh mati ke pegang mamat ni. Tapi
if it were me, right, saya pegang, he's not breathing, and then I'll take a piece of rock kan, hempuk kepala dia. Now I'm pretty sure he's not breathing, because that's the safest way to go about this now.
Andy, I think X-Less punya power is macam Cyclops kan, dia shoot laser kan.
Shoot him.
Shoot him on the head. Double tap that hole.
Dan aku tak payah sentuh pun. Kau jarak sikit, tembak.
Is he alive? Beam. Yeah, he's not alive.
He's not breathing. Are you sure? Tembak. He's not moving. I'm double sure.
Is he breathing? Not with that hole.
The last volume for My Hero Academia was actually volume 28.
Tapi kalau dia buat macam tu tak jadi cerita lah kan. But still,
ada
the most pragmatic kan.
Because MHA going forward kan will be known as My Hero Academia. And it will tell Midoriya sexual conquest of all the girls in the stories.
Midoriya's Harem Academia satu, Miruko's Reverse Harem Academia.
Hero Adventures, Miruko's Hero Adventures.
Miruko's Hero Adventures. Tapi kan, I mean, Horikoshi did announce like a year ago that he wanted to, this is the final arc. So we are watching lah. Seperti yang no spoilers in the chat, please. Many events that occurred, and suddenly macam last month dia kata, rasanya nak tambah sikit lagi kot. Bora lah lu.
Bro. When he said this is the final arc kan, the Kodensha, all the publishing companies kan giving money lah. Shueisha.
Ayalah.
This is the final arc. This is the final arc.
Dragon Ball ended. Lepas tu keluar Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
Dragon
You
Ball
probably
Z dan
see-
Dragon Ball Super.
That's probably going to happen. My Hero Academia Super or something like that.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Okay. Arif. I think soalan ni mungkin is like a no-brainer lah. Aku tak nak jawab pun tak apa. Tapi
I mean, aku pun dah jawab dah basically. Macam Anda cakap double tap. Come on,
Double tap.
it's the rule daripada Zombieland kan. It's the rule. Okay, if he's not breathing, doesn't mean he's dead. This is a world of superpowers. Double tap that hole. Get a Glock something. Pam. Dead. If he wasn't dead, he's dead now.
Yeah, I mean, you kill twice. Shigaraki should be apa no-brainer.
Kill twice lah.
Yeah,
I mean-
probably. Sorry. Yeah.
Kalau kau potong kepala dia pun settle kot.
Tu lah.
Pull a hawk. I don't care.
Because you see, I'm not sure what they intend to do if he was still alive. Kau nak tangkap dia ke? He can just destroy dia punya restraint.
Habis jail tu pecah.
Dia je semua pecah semua tu, and then ini bukan macam One Piece. One Piece dia ada the apa
Stone, Coral Stone ya sebenarnya. Sea Stone.
Kau campak dia dalam kau ikat dengan sea stone, power aku dah tak boleh.
Actually, they
aku, fruit user.
Actually,
Dia
they
tak
do
ada.
have. They do have.
Huh?
They do. They ingat tak
Yeah.
waktu first season yang Nomu tu, dia ada that handcuff and also that coffin thing yang suppresses the quirk. Ada.
Ada.
Ya ke?
It's not widely used. It's not.
Okay.
I feel like it's
Then-
a
Okay,
big.
in that case, the heroes are stupid for not bringing that.
Correct.
Tu lah. Okay,
Yeah.
lagi satu. This is probably very simplistic kind of thinking. Erasure boleh tengok muka Shigaraki and cancel dia punya
Yes.
dia punya quote tak? Tapi-
Yes.
Tapi Erasure kena duduk depan muka Shigaraki all the time lah.
Tak,
Yes.
itu yang another stupid thing. Kalau kau nak, maybe dia orang tak perasan yang betul-betul ada Shigaraki dalam tu. Mirko pun tak cakap indirect kan. So tapi kalau kau nak tangkap pun, kau kena hantar mamat yang boleh cancel or neutralize the threat lah. Kan kalau kau tak nak bunuh pun. So kau hantar orang yang I call him C tier at this point, C tier hero untuk jaga. So macam
I mean, you tak bring those nullifying cuffs, those quirk destabilizers. The second thing you should do is kill him. Seriously, and you have the laser guy, the perfect guy to kill him. And
that's
you
the
don't do
best neutralizing agent ever, lasers.
Yeah. Sometimes these heroes kan, they just purposely kan nak memburukkan keadaan tau, you know, at the cost of their lives tau.
Biasalah cerita kan, kalau tidak nak buat macam mana. Komen-komen dari chat, family dia nak dia taubat. Yes, we think so as well. Tapi kan, tapi secara
My friend, family nak taubat, family dia dah mati. He killed him.
Damn.
Nah.
Tapi sejarah Shigaraki memang dark yelah. Manga My Hero dah habis ke belum? Belum lagi. Kemungkinan dalam like what I said just now, dia nak kononnya nak bagi habis dah, tapi lepas tu suddenly last month dia kata mungkin kita tambah sikit lagi kot. Dah agak tak kisahlah.
My Hero punya manga is annoying right now sebab dia break tak tentu hala. Sekejap ada, sekejap tak ada. Aku dah macam ada ke tak ada minggu ni. Aku dah sakit hati dah nak baca sebenarnya.
Also the pacing is teruk.
Yes.
I have to admit,
tak semua manga once a week macam Spy Family once in 2 weeks. Hari tu at one point dalam sekali sebulan dia buat, and then masa dia keluar tu bukannya cerita panel color. Filler pun panel color 2 page. Aku cakap, babi aku tunggu 2 minggu for this. Tapi yelah, I pay $5.99 for the. So apa lagi? Tak ada lagi komen daripada chat. Segmen kita yang terakhir. Harapan kita untuk episod 5 dan 6. So at the moment, to date, following yesterday's episode, kita tahu episode 5 berjudul The Thrill of Destruction, Hamitsu no Boruteji, akan disiarkan Sabtu depan 29 bulan 10 2022. So by looking at at the end of episode baru yang semalam tu, kita boleh tengok lah a short trailer, teaser 15 saat. Saya dah buat overlay kat tepi ni. Obviously kita tahu Shigaraki has awakened. And then boleh nampak siapa Muhammad baju kuning tu?
Gran
Torino. Every time aku tengok nama dia, aku teringat wayang Clint Eastwood yang kereta hijau tu. Very sad film. And then obviously Deku dah terasa lah, because obviously the of his vestiges can detect he's woken up. And then there's a picture of Shigaraki holding a mic. And then the next picture was Gargento Makia. Dah perk up. So more mayhem lah. So it looks like, I was looking at the manga that mayhem is going on lah. So it's gonna be probably good for the next couple of episodes at the very least. Harapan dari panelists, please. So we'll start with Shaz.
I'm hoping that Shigaraki, obviously we know that Giganto Makia will awaken lah finally to turn the tide dekat Villa tu. But I'm actually hoping Shigaraki will just move forward and like endeavor macam like, it's not, why you doing here? Like, why? I thought you were, they said you were dead. Lepas tu dia orang tengah sibuk lawan Nomu. Shigaraki pergi dekat Nomu tu, dia pegang sekali, just mati macam tu je. I don't need Nomus to rule the world or to destroy the world. Macam profesor tu macam like, my creation successful, oh my god. I want to see Shigaraki really unleash his power lah. Tapi aku harap tak ada lah hero yang aku suka mati.
Oh yes.
No.
No.
Aku nampak Andri dengan Kudo tengah cuba tahan senyuman ataupun tahan something. Jeng.
All I can say, my favorite character will not die, which is basically Mak Bakuku.
nak tambah tapi tak apalah.
Harapan saya for next episode, I think we're gonna get an action-packed episode. It's going to be an elevated scenario where the battle has reached into a higher pitch, but it will not end. It has not reached the what you call the peak yet. Yeah.
Crescendo.
I hope after the following episode, after that, right, it's we'll see more of the the younger students, the class heroes in action, and hopefully back to Mirko lah, because I'm pretty sure next episode is going to be more Mirko-less episode lah, because she's out of action, kena bantai.
Oi, adegan gigit towel tu, fuyo, sumpah ke?
Itu towel ke atau apa suara dalam dia? I can't tell actually.
Hey,
she didn't bring a towel, okay?
Tak, Endeavor yang bagi. So Endeavor buka spender dia kot. Nah, mulut.
I don't know, maybe this is Endeavor punya fetish. He hasn't touched Uruguay for years. You never know.
Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. But dia kata, bite this underwear. I'm coming in. I better not say it.
I'm coming in real hot.
I was gonna say dry, but there you go. But anyway, dry. Sorry.
I just hope we see more of the class heroes in action in the next episode, because so far every episode has been great. This is going to be masuk episode 5. I hope they continue with this pacing, because this season has been stellar so far. Every episode is worth watching.
And then lagipun we can't see much action from the kids because their power levels aren't there yet.
Crowd control, I understand. They're controlling the area. But I hope with Shigaraki outright, maybe they have to calling all backups, the change of plans, fuck the students, you gotta help us or else we'll all die. You know?
Has everybody said their Arif belum lagi kan?
Harapan. I just mind. Harapan since aku dah baca is to see what I've read happen in the most spectacular way lah. So the past 4 episodes, I think they've done it quite.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? Yes. Very good.
Especially scene Shigaraki dalam dream sequence tu, that was perfectly done. So ini problem yang bila you tahu apa yang akan datang tau. So it's like aku nak tengok tapi at the same time aku tak nak tengok.
Keep on talking.
Yeah, so like
don't worry. Keep on talking.
I just hope everything is gonna be good, and hopefully the anime. Oh wow. I thought I was in an anime punya discussion. Did not know this was a bakery.
Hey, it's from this book. It's not from another book.
And damn, like those are some buns. But anyway, hopefully, tak tahulah. I'm loving it.
Nampak mountain terus. Mimpi
terus lapar.
I just want to say something. It's amazing that 4 episode ni kan is better than the previous season already now.
Previous season.
What happened last season aku dah lupa.
Memang exactly tak payah ingat.
The bullshit training season. And drama family endeavor. It's pretty bad. Season 5.
I remember. Tekan minyak. Okay, ada chat punya harapan dari DXN Okage. Harapan aku, harap-haraplah Shigaraki tak buat killing spree kat heroes, tapi aku rasa memang akan terjadi pun perkara ini. Dan harap-haraplah pro heroes mati. Wow. The last episode volume will be volume 29. We'll see what's going to happen. He's going to cause lots of damage when he wakes up. But kita dah tahu seperti apa Andy cakap, first casualty will be the
guy.
The lowest hanging fruit.
Excellent.
Excellent. What a name. Okay, so nampaknya kita dah tiba di penghujung sesi bedah kita untuk malam ni, untuk episod 3 dan 4 My Hero Academia, dan diharapkan penonton di rumah terhibur dengan ulasan kami malam ini. Kami berharap penonton di rumah akan kembali bersama kami pada 30 hari bulan Oktober 2022 pada waktu sama 9 malam untuk sesi ulasan Chainsaw Man. Okay, I know you will be expecting Spy Family. Bukan kami fall out of love. Kami nak test. Okay, kalau next week ada seorang je nak tengok, kami pergi balik lah. Tapi macam ni, we're going to do episodes 1 until 3 pada pukul 9 malam. Because kami fikir pun macam Spy Family at this moment, except for episode yang kami belum cover lagi, which is the bit masa dia tangkap the ketua teroris tu kan. Tapi banyak cerita selepas itu macam bukan filler studio tu buat sendiri, but more along the lines of, kalau siapa yang baca manga Spy Family,
the plot lah.
Dia ada banyak short chapters. Interesting cerita. Macam kalau anda ingat masa at the end of season core 1 yang diorang pergi Penguin Aquarium tu kan. Itu short chapter. Dia macam Arif cakap, it's not moving the plot forward. So in a way, kalau kami skip 1 week, kami katalah kembali ke Spy Family the week after, we can easily, because not just yang semalam punya episode, Sabtu depan punya episode pun ada 3 cerita. Kalau you tengok title dia, ada 3 cerita dalam tu. Bila tengok so it's not gonna be much. So we are not gonna see any advancement in the story as of yet. I mean, now we know that they've got a dog. yeah, okay, but there's no further story at the moment. Tapi so let's hope lah, since ni the most overhyped anime, tak keluar anime pun orang dah hype. Lepas tu penuh dengan komen-komen dari pembaca manga, apa orang panggil, cheesing off anime only watchers. So kita thus far BuzzPop punya geng yang penonton semua semua nampak gaya berwibawa, berhemah, God can speak, berhemah, so that yelah, we'll make it enjoyable for everybody lah. So let's hope we can it is personally I like the, not because of the hype, memang cerita the best kalau kena tengok dia buat elok-elok. So I'm not gonna go into any arguments, banyak CGI ke tak cukup CGI ke apa. Yang tu anda semua boleh cari sendiri daripada YouTube. Saya recommend pergilah ke Sakuga punya otaku punya YouTube and educate yourself on what is CGI and what benda-benda macam tu semua helps the current way of how you do animation. Memanglah buat dengan tangan dari scratch is best, tapi bila kau nak kejar deadline, buatlah kau semua dengan tangan. In fact, they've done a very good job doing it dengan tangan, making it look like digital. Aku tak dibayar oleh MAPPA. Anyway, MAPPA pun tak mampu nak bayar aku kot, because dia orang tak mampu nak bayar tak mampu nak bayar staff dia orang sendiri.
Correct.
You know they get to you, not MAPPA. Okay, ni bukan nak I watched an interview, they said berapa frame kau bayar? $2 satu frame, $2 which is 200 yen. 200 yen for one frame. Kau berapa jam kau nak duduk situ? Tapi tak kisahlah, tapi itu by the by. So hopefully kami itulah, at least saya dengan Andri dah confirm we'll be here to talk about Gentleman. InsyaAllah kalau dapat Andri, Syaz dan Arif boleh join. At the very least kami tahu our friend Nazir Khan, he's interested to join, so at least we've got at the very least a panel of 3. Kalau Nazir join pun tumbat lah, kita buat panel of 5, doesn't matter. So kepada anda yang baru ke sesi kami, jangan lupa untuk melanggan, kongsi dan tenyih butang like untuk kedua-dua laman YouTube STOMACHOFCHAOS dan BuzzPopTV, laman pop culture suka ramai Malaysia. So terima kasih kerana sudi bersama kami. Kepada rakan panelis saya hari ini, Otsukare-sama deshita. Kepada Syaz, Arif dan Andri dan saya, Kudo Maharizu, ijo desu. Mata today. Shall we do the rabbit ears again or buat je lah? Oh,
Mirko!
Sorry, I have to put my fingers away to end the broadcast. Okay, guys. See you next week, insyaAllah. Okay, take care. Damn it.